Welcome back to Musician of a Lifetime Lessons. In this video, you are going to learn how to pitch bend. But before we begin this video, it'd make my day if you guys would like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss one of my videos. Alright, so the first thing we are going to talk about is the embouchure. You obviously have to have a firm embouchure in order to play anything on the clarinet. If you don't have a firm embouchure, this is what will happen. See, it doesn't sound very good, so you have to have the embouchure. You have to have your chin flat and firm. You have to place the reed part of the embouchure and roll back your lip and make a cushion for the mouthpiece. Alright, so this is what it should look like. Okay? The next thing we're going to talk about is the notation. Now, for all you beginners, intermediate players, I don't think you've ever seen the notation. For advanced players, I think they have. It's sort of kind of a weird thing, but like it's a note, and then there's a bendy line. So that represents this. Did you hear it? That's a pitch bend. And we're going to talk about that pretty soon. But now, we talked about the embouchure. We talked about the notation. So now we're going to talk about the airflow. Alright, so the airflow is very important for pitch bending. You can't just blow like you do for a scale. I'm going to play the concert B flat scale and try to see how I'm sort of blowing. So I'm going to do it without the instrument in my mouth. I'm not blowing very much air, but for pitch bend you have to go lots of air, and you can't get a break in the air. You have to just keep the air going. You can't go, you can't do that. That's what it sounds like with no breaks in the air, but this is what it sounds like with break. You gotta have the airflow, not like that. Okay, so you got to remember to just get the air, and you also have to open the back of your throat. Alright, so we've talked about the embouchure, the airflow, the notation, a note with a bendy line, and the airflow. So now we're going to talk about the tongue. The tongue, I think, is the most important part of it. I'm not sure if you actually use your tongue because you obviously cannot look into somebody else's mouth. But what I do is I bring the corners of my mouth to the mouthpiece, and I have a really firm embouchure, and I think what I do, you can't tell, excuse me, you can't see your tongue, but like I think my tongue goes a little back, like it kind of, so like pretend this is my mouth. I think my tongue is kind of going back. So this is the back of my mouth here, and down here is where your food goes down, the esophagus, and this is the top of my mouth. My tongue, I think, is going like this, and then when I put the pitch back in its original position, my tongue goes back in the original position. Oh yeah, and also, you don't really want to move your embouchure, nothing with your face. You just want to move your tongue. At least, I think you move your tongue. Oops, sorry. So, you get the idea. So remember, this is the top of your mouth, and you can do this with me. If you want to hold your hands up, bend, original position. Bend, original tone. Okay? So, it's harder to do it without the register key for some reason. I don't know why. Oops, see, it's kind of harder on the low notes. I would recommend, if you know how to do the high notes, I recommend you do start on the high C. And just go down further. Now, I can't do it very good on here. See, it's starting to fade, but I try to do it on the C. So yeah. All right, let's review. Your embouchure, flat, firm, and the corners of your mouth come to the mouthpiece. Notation, a note with a bend line, sort of a down line. The airflow, no breaks. You have to go. And if you want to, keep your chin flat and just exercise going. And kind of tighten up those corners of the mouth. And the tongue, bend, original tone. Bend, original tone. You can kind of think of it as when you bend, your tongue is bending as well. So then, so think of this as a tone. It's a good tone, but then when you bend it, the tone goes down. Up, and down. Okay? So, yeah, that's basically it to pitch bending. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this video was useful. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in more videos and lessons this week. Bye!